is VCR with Coco Event Group.
And I'm Paula Ray with Coco Event Group, and I freelance. Video, photography. I want to get into filmmaking more.
Nice.
Hopefully YouTube.
What age were you when you started developing a passion for photography and videography and all that?
I would say as long as I could remember, because my mom always had video, like home tapes of us. So, and then my grandpa also really had this passion for film cameras, so he always had cameras around the house.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they would give me the little disposable ones, and then he gave me 2 Pentax film cameras. But yeah, that's when it all started.
Nice. My mom's the same way.
I know.
She has like our whole life on a camcorder, basically.
I love that.
What is your creative process like as far as photography and video?
I think like it all depends on what the shoot entails. So for video, let's say like maybe, hey, can you do like a little mini doc? You know, can you do a recap video? Or hey, I really need Instagram reels. So it just kind of depends on that. But I always have a conversation with the client, because a lot of my work is with clients right now. So I always have a conversation with them, try to get a lay of the land and see where their vision is at, and try to figure out how I can best bring that to life through video. And then like with photography, the same situation. I always ask them to send me like inspiration photos and things like that. And then I build off of that and see what I'm capable of doing. So I always try to voice like, hey, this is what I'm able to do, and I try not to, overshoot what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this looks like nothing.
Super anxiety inducing sometimes.
Yeah. But when it comes to like creatively, like for my own passion projects, I always like touch home, and like I touch into my inner child.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, what really sparked interest in like the fire and like passion when I was younger.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know you made your first short film this year. Can you tell me how that was and what challenges you came across during that process?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was really, really nervous going into it. But I wanted to submit a short film into a film festival.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very short in the sense of planning and things like that. I know some other creators like to do a lot of like pre-planning, and with this one I kind of just was like, how diamonds are made under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a server in the restaurant industry, so I think that's where it came from. And I just wanted to get things done right away and submit it within a week and shoot and edit and all of that. So I think when I was sitting down with Daniel was really nice. He was the backbone of the film. I had a really hard time figuring out like my role as a director, and I think that's why I have a hard time with titles and just like roles in general, because it's all a group effort to make someone's vision come to life. And I think that's where I was really grateful to have certain people on the set to help and advocate in certain areas. So that was really new, and having all of like the professional set people come, like professional filmmakers and things like that have been doing it for a while, and even new ones too, like that are just entering into the industry. And it was it was nerve-wracking in the sense because I was the director, and I didn't realize like how much of like direction I needed to take.
Yeah.
And obviously it's like my vision, is my story, so it's explaining that to other people to help them like best understand how to like support you. So I think that was the biggest struggle for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now you can take that knowledge on to future short films in 2025?
Yeah. So, and I think like the more and more I'm on the set, because I was on the set like 3 more times after that, I started to get a better feel of what I could do and where I fit best.
Looking back at 2024, what is your 3 big highlights that you're proud of or just made you extremely happy and filled with gratitude?
I would say the first one is like taking the leap and actually going into the creative and art industry head on, instead of being shy. Because for a while there, I think for like 2 years, I had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And I was in real estate, which is weird. I was in real estate for a little bit as an assistant and helping with marketing. And I was also in property management for a little over a year before I got into this. So I was doing that to make my family happy. So I think that was a big highlight of finally saying, okay, I did my best, and it's obviously not fulfilling. Where like, you know, I'm not feeling enriched when I go to work. So that was a big one. And then the second one would be the short film. Honestly, that was like a really big thing because I felt like I didn't have anything to show in the sense of filmmaking, and I literally took filmmaking class, like that's what got me into all of this. Like I used to turn down photography jobs all the time because I didn't want to do photo. Oh. Yeah, I just wanted to do filmmaking, but I didn't go to college for it obviously, so it was a little difficult to get my in.
Yeah.
And then that was second, okay. Oh, and then third is Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah, like finally overcoming my fears of like reaching out to other creators like you and Keese and Yanni, Doobie, and even reaching out to other like people of color that really inspire me, like Maddie and Julie and Ileana. So finding peace with you guys is something I look forward to. Like even, you know, you asking us to come for New Year's Eve, I'm just like, I feel so special, you know, and you're mixed too with, you know, Asian, and I'm mixed too. I don't even know what my last quarter is, but where it feels good to have a belonging with each other.
Definitely. Coco's definitely been one of my highlights as well. Just because I've never had a good sense of community in the creative scene, and I'm born and raised in Colorado, so it feels like so relieving to finally have like friends and a good team to work with.
Yeah, you guys are committed. And I feed off of your motivation and like just your tenacity.
What's crazy is I didn't expect myself to be like this passionate about it, so it's been like a beautiful process for sure.
Yeah. It's all about the process.
Looking back, if you could tell your child self one thing, what would it be?
I would say deep inside you know what the true answer is, and if you're ever confused about what to do, just always look around to the people closest to you and talk about it, and then you'll soon reach your answer.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's probably the best one I've heard so far.
Really?
This is what I've been asking everybody.
Okay.
How do you view the Colorado creative scene?
I view the Colorado creative scene as both very inclusive, and then there's also a side of it that's a little competitive. Just truth be told.
Yeah.
So I think finding like-minded individuals that care about the same morals and values you do is really important when you're trying to, you know, find your artistic style and like getting your artistic voice and sharing it with the world, because it is a very vulnerable process. And also just like figuring out the ropes can be hard when you're older.
Definitely.
So I think finding people that care about the same things as you do is really important, because you want to feel like you you're learning and you're feeling accepted throughout your journey.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I was just telling Johnny J Visuals that I feel like I'm getting kind of like old, but I feel like it's just like a mindset, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's so many amazing young creatives that are coming up in Colorado that it feels like, well, shit, did my time pass?
Yeah.
Well, to branch off of the last question is, how do you think we could all collectively improve the Colorado creative scene?
I think we should give each other grace. People are not always going to produce the best work, and that best work might not always be the best in your perspective. And I think giving each other like constructive criticism and good feedback is more important than being like, well, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you did terrible on that. You know, like, okay, hey, I noticed that your exposure was a little overexposed when you were using the flash. Is there any chance that I can teach you? Like, I think it's always important to approach a situation out of curiosity than rather with judgment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's good advice. What doors do you see opening in 2025? What do you want to accomplish?
For me?
It's a very big question. Yeah, for you.
I actually have been asking myself that a lot recently, but I think the top two things is getting my YouTube together.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been a thing since I was a kid that I wanted to do, and I've always made videos for myself and photos before I started doing it strictly just for clients. And I think I want to step away from feeling like I have to do this for money all the time.
Yeah.
So finding like a good balance between like passion projects and then paid opportunities, because there are opportunities.
Kind of like diving into your creativity and
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah, and I want to do more films, like more short films about like Asian American experiences, specifically Korean, because I know there's a lot like out there coming up, and I want to start joining, you know, the movement of just spreading word about the experiences that we go through, especially being mixed too, like other people being mixed, like my cousin and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's an interesting, I don't know, an interesting concept because it's not spoken about enough, like what Asian Americans like go through.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, from my experience, kind of like dusted under the rug, kind of. So I'm excited to see your journey with that.
Yeah, I'm ready to do it with you, girl. For real. You know, it takes a power, like a power of a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's power in numbers, so trying to build that together as a community.
Definitely. Yeah. Lastly, who are your muses? What inspires you? Or it can be a who, too.
I know I've been saying this a lot, but Asian American films like Minari, like Everything Everywhere at Once.
Love that movie.
Yeah. The Joy Luck Club is so good. Pachinko is a series about the Korean experience when the Japanese took over. That series is crazy. So, films like that really inspire me. Those are my muses. And then I like to read up on the directors, so I feel like I don't have like a specific one, but I think like I've noticed I just kind of appreciate little things about everybody. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
I can see your like genuine passion for film and all that, so I'm excited to see what doors open for you this next year.
Thanks, girl. I'm excited for you. I'm like, are you gonna get a little day on here?
Probably not.
No, I can interview.
Okay.
I'll interview you one day.
For real. That'd be fun. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And like and subscribe.